WrestleMania is supposed to be, on paper at least, the final resolution for a lot of the feuds that have been going on throughout the early part of the year. But sometimes those feuds don't quite wrap up, and one of those people in those feuds are looking for a little bit of payback. Thankfully, WWE rearranged their pay-per-view schedule and put Payback after WrestleMania, which makes way more sense than having it be all the way after Extreme Rules. So good on WWE there. But either way, it's time for a little bit of payback.
I'm sorry, but the whole pay-per-view title sounds so fucking stupid. This is basically the PG version of Vengeance. Why can't we fucking have Vengeance? At least that sounds edgier than fucking, ooh, I'm gonna get payback. I want vengeance. Doesn't that sound a little bit fucking better?
Or Backlash.
Where's Backlash? I miss Backlash.
Backlash is up your butt and around the corner. Greetings, everybody. Welcome to the Haymakers. My name is Calkos.
Toonkritic.
My name is Nikki. And that's the guy with the backlash up his bum.
Yeah, that's me. Hi, Toonkritic.
That had a little bit more of a strange start than I was expecting, but either way, payback.
Yeah, you almost said backlash.
I almost did. I'll be honest. Backlash is a pretty cool name for a pay-per-view, and I wouldn't mind if that was it. But Payback, I feel like, is not that bad. But honestly, I like the way that they've been booking the Payback so far, because it almost feels like WrestleMania was just something that Vince McMahon needed to get out of his system, and we're at Payback now, and Vince's, for the last month, has been like, okay, how the hell am I going to win back these fans that I've driven off? Okay, what do they want? They want Roman Reigns to turn heel? Okay, that's fine, we can do that. He's feuded with every with every heel on the roster now, so we might as well go after some faces. What else? They want some indie guys up. Oh, okay, well, with Brock, Undertaker, Shane, Triple H, they're not going to be around for a while. We can move some mid-carders up a little bit. So Sami, AJ, Owens, that one Swiss guy that I don't care about, we'll move those guys up. What else? They want women's wrestling to matter. Okay, well, let's have our champion go up against the longest tenured and most technically sound woman on the roster. That should be good. All right, we're making progress. Damn it, I'm genius.
You know, that's actually a really good succinct summary, because the last few Raws have been very good. I appreciate Shane McMahon as general manager of Raw.
This will bring back fans, I feel. Like, there's a legitimate change in direction. Like, you'll notice that Ryback, Big Show, Kane, they haven't been on a single Monday Night Raw since WrestleMania. Like, there's a definite change in the air. And I feel like this is going to work out for the better.
Yeah.
Yep, let's start with the first match.
Yeah, so we have 8 matches here. Oh, well, 7 if you count one for the pre-show. So the pre-show match, let's get out of the way. Kalisto versus Ryback for the pre-show championship.
Well, they have officially done a good job of building suspense for this, but they've done this by having zero interaction between these two men. Like, I think Kalisto's appeared on one Raw since WrestleMania, and that was when
to lose.
It wasn't even to lose. It was to get, like, put into an injury angle in the tag team tournament. Like, he was in the match for, like, a minute and spent the rest of the match on the outside. Meanwhile, Ryback has been on, like, occasional SmackDowns and mostly, like, main event and superstars. It's freaking ridiculous.
John Cena, I hope, is incredibly angry right now, because goddamn did John Cena do a lot with so little. Like, I've never seen anything like that. He did so much with this random mid-card title that doesn't have much of a place in WWE, and he made it worth something. Good God, did they do a wonderful job of reversing that. But Toon, you know, it's funny that you say the United States Championship as the pre-show championship. You're not very far off.
Yeah, considering that this is basically a rematch from WrestleMania, and it was bad enough that, like, the United States Championship got put on the pre-show. I think Kalisto deserved better than that. But correct me if I'm wrong, didn't this get put on the line at, like, Fastlane and I think the Royal Rumble?
Not the Rumble.
Okay, so counting now for the past pay-per-views, one like friggin' Fastlane and WrestleMania, now this, that's where the United States Championship has just been nicely situating at. Meaning Kalisto, as United States Champion, is not getting really any fucking exposure at all.
He has been the United States Champion, I believe now, for about 100 days. How?
I don't know, man. They dropped the fucking ball with Kalisto, though. Fucking remember TLC? Remember how goddamn kick-ass that was? Yeah,
and that's what fucking spawned this. This is what spawned him giving that, and then they fucking dropped the ball on him. It's like, oh, duh, we're not supposed to do that. Give him the title back. Okay, there you go. Yay, now he's champion.
Oh, it's so bad. Anyway, let's talk about our predictions. Kalisto, Toon, Kalisto, Nikki, Kalisto. All right, we're good. Moving on.
Yeah, I'm honestly gonna say Kalisto because I don't see what the point is to give it to Ryback, because then Ryback's gonna get shit to do.
Yeah, like, it's on the pre-show. It's just like, who cares?
Why are you even explaining this? You're insulting the intelligence of our viewers. They already know this.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right, fair
sure.
enough. All right, let's move to the actual.
The one thing I
pay-per-view.
do want to say, I want Kalisto's next feud to be against Sin Cara. Just kill the Lucha Dragons already, and let's have that big feud. That's going to be fun as hell.
Well, most of the tag team division is slowly dying anyway, so.
Ugh. All right,
Yeah.
moving on.
Yeah, our first official match of Payback is Dolph Ziggler versus Baron Corbin. I want to say Baron Corbin so far has been on a fucking rampage. He's looked just as good in NXT as he is here, just manhandling and stomping through everybody. He's actually built himself up quite a lot from his debut on Raw after WrestleMania, I think.
Oh, his debut on Raw was absolutely perfect. Like, that count-out victory where he completely forgot about it shows in kayfabe that as tough of a warrior as he is, he's not that great of a wrestler. He doesn't understand the ring rules because he keeps fucking forgetting. Like, the whole count-out thing was a complete fucking mistake and oversight on his side, and kayfabe-wise, that's pretty great.
Yeah, and it even goes back before that because he won the fucking armbar. And that immediately put him on a level of like, okay, this guy is pretty green, but you still need to look out for him because he will wreck your face.
Yep, he's the kind of guy that should be in MMA, but instead he's a wrestler. So I do kind of like that.
And I feel like over the course of this year, he's basically going to get the same treatment that Rusev got in his rookie year. He's going to be the guy who runs through the roster, has a pretty decently big match at SummerSlam, is involved in a big Survivor Series team, and eventually will face a main eventer at WrestleMania and will probably lose that match. But still, he will make a big he'll make a big name for himself over the course of this year.
It won't be long before he's going for a title. He'll probably they'll either
take
have him
Kalisto's
go
United States title. There we go. Problem solved.
Yeah, right? But I think they may try to push him up against Roman Reigns or whatever. Maybe.
Boo.
Just to put another challenger for good old Roman Reigns to face.
No. Baron Corbin.
Oh no, Baron Corbin's undefeated streak is defeated thanks to Roman Reigns.
Nope, you just changed my mind in one fell swoop. Baron Corbin should not have an undefeated streak. He should get pinned clean, get that shit out of the way, because that does nothing for nobody in the long run.
I will say, though, he should be mostly going after indie guys, because that's who he went after in in NXT. And there's plenty of along the way. Kalisto was big in CZW, and I think in CMLL, and a couple of other Mexican promotions like that. He could go after Cesaro. He could go after Ambrose, Zayn.
Sky's the limit.
Yeah, there's so many indie guys in WWE right now, like a bunch of smaller guys, that Baron could have a good feud with any of them. And one of those guys could give Baron his first loss. Like, imagine if Cesaro gave Baron his first loss.
I could see that.
All right, so predictions.
I'm going to go with Corbin. I think Corbin needs a good, strong singles victory to help get his momentum going even further. And I think if Ziggler wins this, okay, that just extends the feud. But I think Corbin needs to crush Ziggler here and move on to the next guy.
Yeah, Corbin needs to win, get that first big pay-per-view, and Ziggler's the kind of guy that can carry most people to a good match, especially if you give him a little bit of time. This match could be really good if they give him a little bit. So I will take Corbin.
I'm a little undecided because I don't know whether this is a dust-off or whether Corbin is just going to squash Ziggler, but I'm going to have to go with Ziggler to make things interesting. I do think they're going to carry this on to the next pay-per-view.
What, like a roll-up?
Not sure.
If Ziggler does win, like, Corbin needs to murder him after the bell.
Yes, okay, yes. Face wins, heel stands on top. Like, remember Cena versus Owens at Money in the Bank? It's that kind of situation because that is simple, old-school booking that anybody can understand, and it really does a good job at making everybody look decent. Like, Ziggler's the better wrestler, but Corbin got the jump on him and had the last laugh. It works. It works, in my opinion. You can kill two birds with one stone in that sense, so I am going to have to go with Ziggler.
All right. Next match is a part of the New Day Tag Team Tournament Finals.
Sponsored by Bootios. Bootios. They make sure you ain't
booty.
They also make sure you can grow a tail just in time for WrestleMania.
Side effects may include...
Oh my god, that nutrition label on the box, though.
I want to actually get the box. I want to get the box just so, like, all three of us can, like, review it. But, yeah, in a surprising turn of events, you'd think with all the WWE tag teams that we have right now, surely they'd be in the finals, but no! In the freaking finals are Enzo and Cass and the Vaudevillains. Oh, gee, when did this turn into an episode of fucking NXT?
Right now, and I'm happy.
I'm happy about it too. Honestly, this is great for both teams. They are both red hot. They are ready to fucking go. Whoever like loses here, oh well, they're just gonna move on and they're gonna keep going up higher and higher.
Yeah, and I really didn't know if the Vaudevillains would like be able to translate onto the main roster, but they've been doing pretty well, and they've tweaked their gimmick just a little bit, and I kind of like the thing that they've got going with Enzo and Cass is like swag is for boys, class is for men. That is quality. I like.
The question of the night is this, though, when it comes to whoever's going to win the number one contendership. On one hand, you have the Vaudevillains. Now, on paper, this makes the most sense. The Vaudevillains are heels, they'll go up against the faces. It makes sense, it's simple, it's safe, and it allows the New Day to extend their reign a little bit longer. But on the other hand, you have Enzo Amore and Colin Cassidy. You have Enzo and Big Cass. And them against the New Day. For an entire month, we are going to get the promo battles of our lifetimes. So, are they going to pull the trigger on that this early? Are they going to give Enzo and Cass the number one contendership so we can have a month of amazing promo face-offs that will make my dick as hard as humanly fucking possible?
You'll be as hard as
I
trigonometry.
would be for that, but I want to take us back a little bit. Remember when the Dudley Boys came back and we were all hyped up and thinking the Dudleys are totally going to take the titles, which they haven't, and they lost like 3 pay-per-views in a row? What happens if Enzo and Cass win that only to end up repeating what the Dudley Boys did? See, I'm a little bit worried about that because Enzo and Cass have not gotten the titles at all in NXT. They've come close every single time. So if they were to do it here, granted, that would put them over like never fucking before. But unfortunately, you know how WWE treats their comedy characters. And Enzo and Cass are comedy characters.
At the same time, they are over like fucking Rover. Like they are, like every time they come out, Enzo Amore says something that just makes me laugh myself into a coma. It is absolutely, like Enzo Amore has been on the roster for like a month and he's the best promo guy in WWE. Undisputed. Arguably the best one since Road Dogg. Damn. So I feel like if WWE were smart, which they aren't a lot of the time, but if they were smart, they would have Enzo and Cass face the New Day heading into a really big pay-per-view, either Money in the Bank or maybe save that till SummerSlam.
also, keep in mind, Enzo Amore and Colin Cassidy are comedy characters like The Rock is a comedy character. Okay, they're funny, but there's a very big difference between The Rock and, say, Santino.
Okay, I see what you mean.
Yep, there's two different types of comedy characters. There's the comedy character that is super goofy and exists just to make you laugh a little bit. And then there's the comedy character that is The Rock.
It's about ready to lay a smack down on your candy ass. So
yeah, The Rock made you laugh. The Rock always made you laugh, and he was very good at that. But there's a reason why he is a multiple-time WWE champion and Santino is not. So think about it that way, and it makes a lot more sense that Enzo and Cass would be getting a better push. But I'm gonna have to go with I'm just wondering whether they want to pull the trigger on Enzo and Cass right now. And those whole promo battles things that I was talking about. And I'm gonna have to say yes. I'm gonna have to say Enzo and Cass are winning it.
Enzo and Cass are my boys, but I'm really split here because I want to say the Vaudevillains because I feel like logically that's the best thing for them to do, to have them feud with the heel team. And Enzo and Cass don't, as long as we've seen them chasing for the title, it doesn't matter whether they get the title or not. They always just keep coming right back for more every single time. So they seem to be in this perpetual loop of getting close and then failing, then getting close, then failing. So
I will take the Vaudevillains because I believe that there will be a Dudley Boys interaction.
Yes, I was about to say that too. I feel like we're going to, before that Enzo and Cass can really get over, I think that they're going to have to feud with the Dudleys first. They're going to have an actual, better yet, hell, Extreme Rules is coming up. Tables match, Enzo and Cass versus the Dudleys. Just have something like that happen. Have Enzo and Cass go over there. You get a really big win, and the Vaudevillains will probably lose, so New Day will be like, well, we need somebody new. Hey, Enzo and Cass, you guys just won. Now can we fight? Something like that. So I'm going to go with the Vaudevillains.
Yeah, and then you could have New Day versus Enzo and Cass at Money in the Bank, and then maybe again at Battleground, and then maybe one more time at SummerSlam with like various additional things in there.
You know what? I'm gonna have to agree. You guys make good points. I'll switch to the Vaudevillains. Next match.
Even though Enzo and Cass, I would happily pick them, I got to think logically about this.
Yeah.
Which is not what I'm really going to have to do for this next match. So this is for not the Divas Championship, not having that anymore, for the WWE Women's Championship, which they act like is totally a new thing, but regardless.
Yeah, that was a weird thing. Like, at WrestleMania, Lita said, the first ever WWE Women's Championship, despite the fact that she is a former WWE Women's Champion.
I know you guys are getting this from the Mark, but I
actually he didn't say that. He said Jacqueline, or he referenced Jacqueline. He didn't reference Lita herself.
I know that, but my point still stands. And there's this one dude on YouTube that got super fucking salty with me when I pointed out this fact. And if you're there, you're nothing. So anyway, here's the thing about the women's title. The women's title predates the WWE. It, in fact, before it was retired, was the longest tenured title within the Federation. It was formed in the 50s, before WWE was a thing, before WWF, Worldwide Wrestling Federation. So, as much as it is an official WWE title, it's also not an official WWE title, because it was not formed within the WWE. This title, however, is. And I think that's what Lita was alluding to.
Okay.
So I could be right, I could be wrong. Either way, it's a meaningless detail that everybody's getting really hung up about right now. And
I'm not getting hung up over it. I just noticed it, that's all.
Okay, you're not getting hung up over it, but
I like the belt. I like what they're doing with this. I feel like it's something fresh, and Charlotte should be the one to carry it for now. But speaking of, Charlotte defends that against Natalya. Now, normally, we would just default to Charlotte because, Ric Flair is just going to intervene like always, but no. Finally, a little fucking variety. Natalya is bringing Bret Hart into her corner, so now this is a fair match.
I kind of feel bad for Jim Neidhart.
I do too. I feel like Jim Neidhart would have been the better pick, but Bret Hart, even though he probably doesn't want to be on TV. So
Yeah, I know. Bret Hart's been railing against WWE lately. But I guess WWE's sort of like, Bret Hart, yeah, we fucked you, and I don't want to, we want to not be, we don't know. So
You want to be in this women's match?
They had a great match at Roadblock, and I honestly thought Natalya should have gone over there, but...
Well, now we get Natalya possibly going over here because, no, Bret Hart can't really take a bump, and he might not be able to perform a perfect sharpshooter, but hey, a sharpshooter is a sharpshooter, and a Bret Hart sharpshooter is a Bret Hart sharpshooter. And I think that Bret Hart putting Ric Flair in a sharpshooter while Natalya is putting on her version of the sharpshooter would be really fucking cool.
It would make for a great image. However, it ain't happening. Because Natalya has been kicking the shit out of Charlotte over the course of the entire build-up for this. I think that she's made Charlotte tap out twice already to the sharpshooter. So I don't think that we're going for a three-peat.
God damn it.
I want to see that too, but I feel like they're saving it for Sasha. Even though Sasha's not on the card at all, and neither is Becky, they kind of just both got swept under the rug here for Natalya. Which, I know it pissed some people off, but...
Yeah, at the same time, it's Natalya's worth a damn, and Banks and Becky aren't going anywhere. They'll be back.
It's not like they can get Paige. Oh, yeah, Paige fell far off the fucking radar. She's in fucking Total Diva land now.
Yeah, except Total Diva's going off the air soon.
Yeah, that is true. They're replacing it with like a Total Bellas thing, which is fine by
Even
me.
better.
Like,
no, it's fine. It's not wrestling related anymore, except for the
Yes.
fact that Cena and Bryan are on it, so fuck it.
yeah. And maybe we'll get some like other appearances from other like female competitors. Maybe Natalya, maybe Paige shows up. And if Natalya shows up, then maybe Tyson Kidd shows up.
Why are we talking about this?
This is true. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go with Charlotte here, only because I want to be genuinely surprised if Natalya goes over here. So I have a feeling, fuck it, Charlotte. Even though the odds have been evened, I'm just gonna go with Charlotte.
I'd like Natalya. I like Natalya here. It would be a great Zack Ryder moment.
Don't get me started on that.
Hey, he got his WrestleMania moment, and I think he's perfectly fucking happy with it. Hell, fucking I would be.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Like, if you would have asked him like a month and a half ago, like, he would have been happy just to hear his music play at Mania, and then he walked away with the Intercontinental title.
And then, of course, like, the guy fucking... He has this picture from 20 years ago where he's holding Razor Ramon's Intercontinental Championship, or Scott Hall's, whichever you'd prefer it. And then all of a sudden, fucking right after the match, you've got Scott Hall holding Zack Ryder's Intercontinental Championship. How cool is that?
That is
Infinitely
really fucking cool.
I don't care that I got Christian. I wouldn't care that I got Christianed out of the title. Who cares?
Or Zack Ryder.
Who cares? I don't even care.
I care immensely.
I care immensely.
We watched JonTron.
Oh yes, we love JonTron. You know what? Actually, let's segue into that after this. So.
All right, so I'm with Natalya. Tunes with Charlotte. What are you with, Nikki?
I got Charlotte. I think that they're gonna have Charlotte face Natalya here. Maybe at Extreme Rules, just to keep Rick out, we get Charlotte versus Natty in a steel cage.
You are being very, very optimistic that they'll even try to do that. You know it'll be a fucking submissions match, but then it would just be a regular match between the two of them. So what the fuck's the point?
Yeah, because they
no
both
kidding.
have submission finishers, so why even?
Yeah, I think, honestly, though, if they are going to be the next step for the women, now that they have a proper women's championship, they need to have those stipulation matches with the women.
Yeah, I would absolutely love if at Money in the Bank we got a Mrs. Money in the Bank ladder match. How cool would that be? Like Sasha Banks, Paige, Emma, Summer Rae, Naomi, Becky. That's 6. So 6 people is a good field for Money in the Bank. Have that happen, and that would be fucking killer.
How does Dario Cueto say ladder match? I love the way he says that.
Ladder match!
He did it. He did it better.
Okay. All right, yeah, actually, since we were talking about the IC belt, even though we're jumping around a bit, let's get into that. The Miz defends his IC belt with Maurice against Cesaro. Firstly, Cesaro's entrance is fucking amazing. His entrance is one of the best ones we have right now. It is so fucking stylish and simplistic at the same fucking time. I love it.
He's James Bond. He is James Bond now.
Fucking cool.
Found what works. I was so surprised. I was so not surprised, I should say. I was so happy to see him with the new entrance, not only because it is a better entrance than the one he had before, but because it shows that during his injury, WWE was willing to put some time and thought into him. Like, they knew that with the injury, they were like, we can refresh his gimmick, so let's take 20 minutes and do just that. And they did it exactly as they should have, because god damn, does Cesaro look good in a suit and shades.
And on top of that, when he tore off the suit, I like to imagine that wasn't actually a tearaway suit. I like he's just that strong.
So this match.
I like where this is going, because even though I fucking can't stand The Miz, I do think that he is capable of putting on a good match, and against Cesaro, it's going to be a good wrestling match. However, I think that just like what Charlotte's doing, Miz is going to have Maurice screw over Cesaro somehow.
Fuck it, Miz is a heel. That's what he does.
That's what he does best, honestly, so.
The Miz gonna do what the Miz done did.
Nikki?
Right. You want to try that one more time, or do you feel confident with that one?
The Miz gonna do what the Miz done did.
Perfect. Let's call it a wrap there. I am going to take The Miz, and I'm doing that because I am hedging my bets. If The Miz wins, then I got the point. Huzzah. If Cesaro wins, then I'm pleasantly surprised, and Cesaro is your new Intercontinental Champion, and now he is only one step away from a Grand Slam. La-di-fucking-da.
Either opponent winning is just fine. I want Cesaro. All right, I want Cesaro to be that much closer to a Grand Slam, because at that point, goddamn will he accomplish a lot with that WWE World Heavyweight Championship when he eventually wins it. Not if, when.
Hopefully.
Fuck you.
Yes.
Not if, when. Short reign with it. That's all I fucking want, as long as it's with a good feud. We all love Cesaro, and I think he's deserving of that accomplishment. But
grabbing that brass ring, yo.
Dude, hey, they put attention on him. They certainly recognize his work rate, and I believe he should be rewarded. So, I'm gonna have to go with Cesaro. I know it's my Zack Ryder prediction, but hey, I was right last month.
That's true.
You know what? You were right.
I won last month. Fuck yeah! I won WrestleMania.
Yeah. You got your WrestleMania moment. Trademark hashtag.
Haha. Anyway, who hasn't predicted? I think,
No,
Nikki,
I did. I said Miz.
Right?
I said Miz.
And I said Cesaro. All right, we're done here. Next match.
All right. Next match is Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens. Well, we didn't get it at WrestleMania, but we're getting it here now, and the build-up to it has been good. They've been showing promos, detailing the feud from NXT for those that don't know about it, so there's a lot going into this match. I'm looking forward to it.
You know, this is
Kill
a little...
Owens, kill.
This is a little bit like what happened after WrestleMania 2000, when, like the match at WrestleMania 2000, instead of that dumb Fatal 4-Way with Big Show and Foley, which, okay, fine, Mick Foley got a main event, but it was kind of... It should have been Triple H versus The Rock. It should have been. But it wasn't, because, like, they needed McMahon's.
And then Backlash happened.
And we got Triple H versus The Rock, and it was glorious!
Oh, God, it was a glorious match. For those of you that have never seen it, holy fuck.
Arguably the best match on the pay-per-view that immediately follows WrestleMania ever. Ever!
That's putting it up pretty high.
Ever. Anyway, as far as Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens, they need to get this started, and they need to get this started right. This is the feud for the ages. Take your fucking time with it. Tiptoe around it. Make sure you craft it carefully. You have time until WrestleMania 32 to build up both of these men.
33.
And
33.
most... Or 30... Oh, I'm sorry. 30... Wow, fuck. 33.
We have negative 1 month until WrestleMania 32. Plenty of time.
Step 1, have these two men feud and partner through the indies for about like 7 or 8 years. Step 2, have them join NXT as friends. Step 2.5, Kevin Owens fucks Sami Zayn over harder than everything ever. Oh my god, that moment is going to be showed in documentaries 20 years from now. Holy shit. Step 3, bring them both to the main roster. Step 4, do what they're doing now, where every time they meet each other, they punch each other all the time. Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins in 2014 all over again. It works. It's simple. Step 6.
I think you're on 5.
Or step 5. Wow, I'm fucking up all over the place.
Yeah.
This step 5, is what we're on right now. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Owens wins, 4 minutes, squash match. Basically, it is Owens fucks over Zayn, part 2, Electric Boogaloo. This needs to happen. Owens needs to show dominance over Zayn, because kayfabe-wise, Owens is over Zayn. Okay, Owens is on a whole nother fucking level. So, you start it here with Owens going over Sami Zayn with no fucking problems whatsoever, and then the two of them, while they interact, Zayn starts training up. Zayn starts building up and going over and winning a mid-card title, and then by the time WrestleMania 33 happens, Royal Rumble, Owens wins the championship, Zayn wins the Rumble. You have 15 years of story coming to a head on the grandest stage of them all. They cannot fuck this up. Millions of people have been following this rivalry. All right? Millions. Tens of millions, possibly. Especially now they're on such a big stage. This match is so important. They cannot screw this up.
They should not. But we know they can.
Might.
We know they
Fuck.
can.
God, no, they can't.
They might.
They can't.
I will say this, though. I will say this.
Eh.
Let me say this. I don't think it should be a 4-minute match. I think it should be something similar to what happened at NXT TakeOver Rival, their first championship match that ended in referee stoppage. I'm not saying that the finish should be that, but that match went almost 25 minutes. If we get anywhere between 15 to 20 minutes between these two, where Owens is dominating most of the match and ends up killing Sami Zayn, I will be very okay with that.
You know, okay. All right, you're right. 15 to 20 minutes. I forgot about the rival match. I don't know why. But yeah, Owens wins. Owens has to win this in dominating fashion. They got gold on their hands, dude. They've got a legendary WrestleMania main event on their hands.
Yeah, and on top of that, Sami Zayn is one of those people who can go over without winning, okay? Sami Zayn, like, over the last couple of weeks, I think the only person that he's beaten is Rusev, and everybody beats fucking Rusev. Ouch. But...
That's really saying something, considering a year ago nobody could fucking touch him, and now all it takes is a fucking roll-up to beat him.
Yeah. Tragedy.
Oh, well. All right, so are we all picking Owens definitively?
Nope.
Oh?
No.
Fuck!
I'm sorry, I disagree with this, because the way that they've been building this up, I'm looking at it from a different perspective here. I think what's going to happen is that Zayn is going to win here, if only to finally, in this fucking feud, Zayn beats Owens. If it's only one time during this, it just gives Zayn something to fucking do, which will lead to a fucking rematch at Extreme Rules, to which then Owens will destroy the shit out of Zayn.
No! Zayn is not on the level of Owens. He's not. Okay, you have to think kayfabe here. Okay, I say that Sami Zayn is a better wrestler than Kevin Owens, but that's not kayfabe. Kayfabe-wise, Owens is leagues above Sami Zayn. All right, he is a multi-time Intercontinental Champion, right? Yeah. All right, that right there puts him on a level of Zayn. That right there. He's beaten Cena clean. That right there puts him on a tier above 95% of the roster of the last 10 years. Owens is above Zayn. If Zayn wins here, it's fucked. It's over. They can't come back from that.
It's just a gut feeling that I have here, because knowing how WWE has like fucked up things in the past, they might do something like this to the point where I don't see. I guess I could see the only other thing that they could really do is it ends in a disqualification or like a count out or something.
Oh, I
That
had
would
to
just
take
be disappointing.
I had taken that into account. Like maybe Owens like kills like Zayn to the point where like they call it disqualification or something, and like,
I know how they'll fix this. This shouldn't be too hard to do. Zayn goes over here, and then at Extreme Rules you have a last man standing match. Then Owens wins there.
No! Zayn cannot win! His one win over Kevin Owens needs to be the main event of WrestleMania for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. It has to be.
That's assuming that they can keep Zayn that red hot for a while. That's assuming that.
I am assuming that. WWE has the resources. They have the technology. They can rebuild him, make him harder, better, faster, stronger. Fucking down.
But you've always talked about like the whole, oh no, it should be Rollins, Ambrose, and Reigns in a triple threat at like the next WrestleMania.
No, I was the one that said it shouldn't be that.
I was actually the one that said it should be the triple
Okay,
threat.
my bad then. It was Nikki.
Bingo. Okay, Zayn's one win over Kevin Owens, okay? One wins. All right, think Little Mac, okay? Little Mac versus Mike Tyson, all right? You fucking fight your way up through all these wrestlers, and then Mike Tyson kicks your ass for like a year. For a fucking year, because you can't master the goddamn quick dodges, and the guy punches, and he knocks you out, and you can't fucking get him down because you can't get TKOs. You gotta knock him out clean. So for a motherfucking year, you're hitting that NES controller until it finally breaks in half, and then you have to go on eBay to get another one. And then you keep trying, and then... You won! You finally won! That is the Zayn saga. That is the Zayn saga. It's
okay, they did that in like NXT. You talked about how Zayn did that in NXT, how he was the underdog, how he pushed himself up all the way up to the NXT title only for it to get snatched out of his hands. Who's to say that if they do that again, it'll basically be the same thing? They have to do something different with Zayn here.
It doesn't. No, they don't. All right, the angle works. All right,
he's literally called the underdog from the underground. Like the guy is built to be an underdog.
All right, it worked with Guerrero. It worked with Benoit. It worked with Bayley. These underdog characters are fucking easy to make. It's child's play. The underdog character is the most important character in wrestling, okay? Underdogs are what sell tickets 99% of the time, because there are the Goldbergs that sell tickets, but Goldberg is a once-in-a-lifetime talent, so he can't win. All right, Owens, all the way. So, Zach, you sticking with Zayn?
I'm sticking with Zayn.
All right, Nikki, you're going with Owens, I assume?
Yeah.
All right, sorry, we can't stick with this match for too long. I've been rambling for about 10 minutes.
Yeah, my only complaint here is that I think this should have been for the title to make it a little bit more interesting, but alas.
What title?
The IC title.
So Owens would have won at Mania?
I still think that Owens should have retained at Mania so that when he goes up against Zayn, Zayn pulls like a fucking out of nowhere, holy shit, he won the IC title off Owens. He's just like, motherfucker, I'm going to destroy you. Destroys him in Extreme Rules. Haha, now I got the belt back. And then it goes back and forth, back and forth. Owens moves on. Zayn moves on. Then they fight again at WrestleMania. That's what should have happened, but oh well.
Killing me. All right, just stab a knife right into my chest.
Because that's what, listen, I'm going off of what WWE's usual pattern is here.
And their usual pattern is bullshit.
I know it's bullshit, but 90% of the time it's right.
Zach, what do you want?
What I fucking wanted was there to be the IC title on the line here, but fucking, they've done a good job building this matchup, so.
I liked having that Zack Ryder moment, okay?
I did too.
Well, that was the only...
Then simply have The Miz, or Kevin Owens, take the place of The Miz and have him challenge Owens. It makes more sense anyway, because he has a Champions rematch.
Yeah, why the fuck is Owens not getting a Champions rematch against Miz?
What? Yeah.
You know what? Why? Because it's a smart decision. Okay, fuck Champions
but
rematches.
Owens could fucking beat The Miz and get the title back like a fucking snap of his fingers. He would destroy The Miz, but...
It's because Owens is temperamental and Zayn is there. All right?
I hope he doesn't forget then.
You know what? No. All right? I don't want my Champions rematch. All right? I'm going to take a quote from Lucha Underground. There will be no automatic rematch clauses in my temple. No automatic rematch clauses because it's stupid.
So what you're saying is you're Katrina, basically.
Ba-na! Let's move on.
Okay,
right?
yeah, let's move on. We spent way too long on this match.
Sorry, we're passionate about it.
I know. I listen. I'm not disagreeing. Like I'm saying that I'm not saying that it's a bad idea. I'm just thinking that there's a different way. So.
All right, next match. Next match. Before we get to
next match. I'm excited for this. I feel this one was supposed to also be at WrestleMania. Dean Ambrose versus Chris Jericho.
Called that shit.
Ta-da. Well, I just a side quote. The thing is, AJ Styles versus Chris Jericho. My theory on this is Chris Jericho beat AJ Styles so McMahon could give Styles a test. All right, he was testing Styles, saying, in his mind, he was like, okay, Styles, this is your big WrestleMania match. You're going to lose. And he says that to Styles. And in his head, he's going, okay, if Styles argues, he's not getting a push. But if Styles does take the loss with dignity and with respect, I'll give him something for it. And we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
But Chris Jericho versus Dean Ambrose, this is looking like a solid match either way.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be, for sure. I like what they're doing here.
The build-up for this feud has been fantastic. Like with Ambrose taking over the highlight reel.
Hey, don't mess with the potted plant.
You stupid idiot!
Okay, I fucking hate that. I'm sorry, but when Jericho goes into, like, his 2000s heel mode, he gets repetitive and fucking annoying as hell, and it's just...
Oh my god, Zach, you're getting worked as fuck.
To be fair,
he only does have one insult.
Come up with something fucking new. Jesus.
He only has one insult. He kind of does.
But stupid
Jericho's entire heel persona is to be annoying. Zach, you are annoyed. Jericho is doing his job.
Work.
Yeah. Oh my God, Zach. Man, don't work yourself into a shoot, man. I'm genuinely worried for you.
Okay. Calkos, don't ever fucking quote Hulk Hogan again, please.
What, is that a Hulk Hogan quote?
Yeah.
Oh, I've never heard that.
I'm like 90% sure that's a Hogan quote.
I mean, I've heard the quote before. I just never attributed it to Hogan. Okay, I apologize profusely. Talking about the match, though, I mean, like I said, it's going to be solid either way. Both these guys are great promos. They're great workers. We love them to death.
How the fuck is a potted plant more over than the WWE World Heavyweight Champion?
I think even though I want Ambrose to win here because I am a fucking Ambrose fanboy to death, I think Jericho is going to win here because he's been talking about no more, I'm not putting people over, I'm going to squash them. So I have a feel that Jericho is going to win here and Ambrose will get his revenge at Extreme Rules.
I don't like that logic, again, carrying it over.
Rematch mania, yeah, I know, but rematches are what make the world go round.
It does make a lot more sense here, so... I would have to say probably, especially since Ambrose is one of those guys that's known for fucking using weapons.
Yeah.
That's true.
And it'll be fucking leagues better than what we got at WrestleMania. So there'll be an actual fucking hardcore match. So
oh my god, I am still irritated about that.
Let's never
match.
talk about it again.
You think you're irritated? I'm fucking pissed as hell about that. So
okay, so we're gonna keep talking about it. Great.
Okay, fine. Predictions.
Okay, predictions.
Jericho.
Jericho.
Ambrose.
Okay, moving on.
No, I'm curious. Why do you think Ambrose?
Because Jericho's been beating the shit out of him on Raw. He's like, every time Ambrose has gotten a leg up, boom, codebreaker, dead.
Okay, that's good for me. All right, now what's our next match? Oh,
the main event.
Oh, we're at the main event already. All right, cool. That went by faster than I expected. So yes, the main event is Roman Reigns versus AJ Styles for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Who'd have thought AJ Styles challenging for the fucking main WWE Championship?
May I reiterate what I said earlier? AJ Styles is being rewarded for his WrestleMania loss.
This soon, though?
Dixie Carter is crying somewhere.
Yeah, hey, you know what? I think McMahon is sticking it to TNA as well by doing this.
Yeah.
All right. I do think AJ Styles is a future WWE World Heavyweight Champion in the making.
Styles is going for the world title here. Joe just won the NXT Championship. Who just showed up? Well, Should I say this? Because I feel like this is kind of big spoilers.
Fuck it. Okay, spoiler warning, audience. Please continue.
Eric Young just appeared at Full Sail. He doesn't know who he is.
Eric Young, from my limited TNA knowledge, he's a crazy motherfucker. So
Yeah, he's kind of an eccentric kind of dude.
He can't be as crazy as No Way Jose.
That is so fucking stupid. Like, really?
I love it!
No Way Jose is fun.
Dude, look, you have to have those fun, crazy characters, man. All that matters is whether they can change it up and give him lifespan. Santino. Again, Santino's a legendary comedy jobber.
And on top of that, like, he can actually dance, which is showing just how bad Fandango's dancing is.
I just want to point out just one last point on that. WWE now has AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, Austin Aries, and Eric Young now. While meanwhile, TNA's main event stars are Jeff and Matt fucking Hardy. What kind of fucking parallel universe did we fucking walk into here?
That's so weird.
It's so surreal when you think about it.
Do they still have Lashley, or did he leave already?
No, Lashley's still there.
Lashley's
Angle's gone.
Angle's retired. Like, he's got to be retired by now.
He said he was taking a year-long break, which probably means, okay, I got to make sure my bones are in order. Going to do a little bit of working out, little bit of cardio. Make
Royal
sure
Rumble,
I'm healthy.
WrestleMania, Final Thing, Hall of Fame, bam.
I like
Yep, that's exactly what's happening right now.
That's
Angle
all he
is
needs
going to
to
have
do.
a 3-month WrestleMania season run with limited wrestling just to get into the Hall of Fame, but good fucking God does he deserve it.
Most
Yes.
definitely.
This match is interesting how they're laying it up because they're panicking a little bit. They're bringing up Gallows and Anderson in an attempt to reform like the Bullet Club. I understand that, but in doing so, they're trying to turn AJ Styles. They're trying to turn AJ Styles heel.
Heels.
Steel's healed, yeah. They're trying to do that because they want to make Roman Reigns the face, despite the fact that he is getting booed every time he's on TV so fucking loud they can't edit that out.
And on top of that, they are starting to actually reference the fact that he is getting heel heat. Like,
I'm not a good guy. I'm not a bad guy. I'm the guy. I'm good for fucking
Okay,
you.
as far as repeating promos go, Zach, Roman Reigns' repeating promos is way fucking worse than anything Jericho has ever done or will ever do.
I know.
yeah.
Okay.
Fucking
Complain about Reigns, not Jericho.
Yeah. Yeah, they found one thing that we don't complain about, or like when he did that phrase, we were like, hey, that's kind of a good line. So Vince was like, have him say it 400 million times! But, I don't think that that's exactly where they're going with this. I feel like that they aren't going to have AJ Styles be the ringleader for Gallows and Anderson. It's going to be Finn.
he shouldn't be a heel.
He's not going to be a heel. He's not going
to be heel.
It's going to be Finn who is the leader, because remember, they kicked the fuck out of AJ Styles. Back in
No,
Japan.
see, the thing is, Finn's staying down in NXT. He's not coming up.
Why
no,
not?
Finn's coming up.
Why is Finn not coming up?
Because he wants to stay in NXT. He still wants to do some stuff
They
there.
They need him. Okay, look, here's the thing. The Gallows and Anderson were beating up Styles. If Styles is revealed to be the leader of the WWE version of the Bullet Club, this gives me very bad flashbacks. Okay? Because if they do this, that means that they haven't learned from a very, very devastating mistake.
Are you talking about the new Nexus?
No.
Oh, okay.
2 words. Higher power.
Oh.
If AJ Styles is revealed to be the Bullet Club member or the Bullet Club leader, it is a fucking "it's me, Austin, it was me all along" moment.
Son of a bitch.
And nobody wants that to happen again.
It'll smack AJ Styles down to the ground, and he will lose all of his momentum, all of the hype going into him. He'll be fucking dead in the water, and then Roman Reigns will just steamroll over him.
It's dumb now.
I believe that during this match, Gallows and Anderson will come out. They look like they're going to attack the Roman, but then they beat the shit out of AJ. Finn comes out. He's been the person behind it all along. Har, 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 har. And Roman pins him because, hey, my job's done here. I kicked the shit out of you. And then we get a program from now until whenever with AJ Styles versus Bullet Club led by Finn Balor. It is great. And I am 100% sure that even though Finn Balor would like to remain in NXT, I'm sure he's not going to tell them no and deny himself an extra zero in that bank account.
Yep, he's going to go from $40,000 to $400,000 by moving up.
Besides, he wouldn't come to WWE just to come to NXT, okay? You come to WWE, you want to be the WWE champion.
There's no doubt that there's going to be a Bullet Club presence here. Whether or not Finn debuts here or on the night after Raw, I guess when you put it like that, it is coming, but...
Yeah. Now, the $1 million question. Are we all agreeing that Roman Reigns is winning?
Yes.
Yes.
I was afraid you were going to say no. Because I'm like, come on. Styles in the main event of a pay-per-view, that's fucking cool.
No,
but
here's the
he's
thing. Now that the Authority is not in the picture, I know what Vince is going to do.
That reminds me, there was one other thing that's happening at Payback.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Vince is going to reveal whether or not...
Vince is going to decide whether Shane or Steph is going to run Raw. Thoughts?
It's going to be Shane. The thing is that the ratings are still down, but WWE is probably going to focus their attention on 3 other things. 1, ticket sales. 2, merch sales. 3, I forgot what the third thing was.
Social media stuff?
Oh, yeah, network subscriptions. Shit, that was my third thing.
All right.
Yes, they're going to focus on that more because ratings are going down, less people are watching Raw on television. But if more people are buying the network, if more people are coming to shows, if more people are buying t-shirts and coffee mugs and hats and all those other doodads, they're still making money, and they're probably making more money than before. Seriously.
Yeah. The thing about this match, also, I should mention, I'm going to be there live to see this pay-per-view. My first WWE event since fucking Money in the Bank 2011.
Oh, yeah, that reminds me. Like, your 2 big shows that you've been to is WrestleMania 22 and Money in the Bank 2011. So that's a good sign.
Yeah, I want to see how loud the boos are going to be for Roman Reigns. This is going to be amazing. What I love is seeing how the reactions are. Like when Enzo and Cass come out, that's gonna be great. When Ambrose comes out, that's gonna be great. When Sami Zayn comes out, that's gonna be great. When AJ Styles comes out, it's gonna be great. When Roman Reigns comes out, boo fucking city.
Calkos, did you just reference the Blues Brothers?
Fuck yeah, I did.
Hell yeah, nicely done.
So yeah, I'm gonna go with Reigns winning here in some shape or form because. Fucking Roman Reigns. Now that Roman Reigns has the title, Vince is going to do everything in his fucking power to make sure that Reigns keeps that belt on for as long as possible.
Well, that, and I believe that the heel turn that we're all waiting for is not quite here yet. I feel like it's going to be Reigns versus Ambrose when that happens, which is the other reason why I'm picking Dean Ambrose to win, because he should be the next contender for the WWE title. So at either Extreme Rules or Money in the Bank, Ambrose versus Reigns for the title, and that is when we finally get our long-awaited Roman Reigns heel turn. It's coming.
I can agree with that.
Yep, if they turn Roman heel, that solves a very, very big problem. And he needs to be... Man, it can't be one of those things where it's like, oh, finally he's turning heel. No. The motherfucker has to do something very, very, very naughty. Very, very naughty. Whatever that may be, well, who the fuck knows? All I know is Roman Reigns is a way better Randy Orton than he is a John Cena. So
pretty much.
I could buy that.
Okay, so we're on agreement, Roman Reigns?
Yes.
Okay. Also, before we end this podcast, I think it's fair if we briefly talk about the passing of Chyna.
Oh, did you guys learn what she died from?
I think it was Valium and basically an overdose of sleeping pills.
She was not on good terms with WWE. A lot of problems were still coming from that.
God, it's sad. Like, this is so fucking sad for so many different reasons. One, all of this really started when Chyna and Triple H interacted at, what was it, Roddy Piper's funeral? Like, that's when it really started. And from there, it just was a massive downward spiral. And then, I mean, Chyna called a live podcast that Sean Waltman was on, and fucking Chyna was going off on Sean Waltman, and Sean Waltman was there just like, are you okay? Man, Waltman has been dead quiet on his Twitter, and it makes me wonder whether he's doing okay, because you look at Waltman, and you look at H, and you look at everybody else, they don't hate Chyna. They take pity on her. Or they did, rather, which fucking sucks to say, because god damn, like, she was not okay. She had so many different problems and so many different things. I mean, to the fact that, like, in 2002, during her second Playboy shoot, she made a lot of money doing that. So she built a swimming pool in the shape of Triple H's ass. How petty do you have to be? Man, it sucks. And the fucking kicker of how sad this really is, the thing that for me pushes it over the edge, is that on the same day that she dies, we lose Prince. And Prince completely overshadowed the death of one of the greatest female wrestlers to have ever lived.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah,
that
I did notice that.
Fucking sucks.
Because I noticed that, like, once Prince passed, like, I didn't hear anyone else talking about Chyna, and I was a bit confused. I'm like, Chyna died, right? Oh, yeah, we know, but Prince! I'm like, but Chyna, though, like, come on. Like, it's sad now. This is really the only way that she's going to get into the Hall of Fame now, and that's really somber, because, when WrestleMania comes around next year, she's going to be in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, Stone Cold went off the rails on that. He's not happy about the fact that it had to take this. She really... Look,
she should have been in the Hall of Fame, like, years ago, I think.
Yeah, at the same time, it's such a hard decision for WWE to make. You have Chyna going in posthumously now, which fucking sucks. But if you may remember, 2006, they inducted Bret Hart a little bit too soon.
Yeah.
So...
That was awkward.
That was really, really...
We talked about that last year during our top 15 wrestlers cast, and I think they wanted to avoid another situation like that, so they wanted to wait until she got better, but she never did. Man, Chyna's legacy is one of unbelievable triumph for women everywhere. She's the only female to ever to win the Intercontinental Championship, and one of very few females, Jacqueline being another woman to do this, to win a male title. She was in the Royal Rumble twice, and she was like the first woman to really hang with the men. She was the first woman to do that, because women beforehand were always pushed off to the side, and they were never allowed to really interact with the men and show that they could be tougher than them. Chyna was the person that broke that barrier. Now that barrier exists only because of the USA Network being total pussy-ass bitches, but Chyna was number one. She was ground zero. All right, Samus Aran is ground zero for video games. Just like Chyna is ground zero for wrestling. And that is what she should be remembered by. She should not be remembered by the real-life heat that she had with people like Waltman and Triple H. She should not be remembered by drug abuse. She should not be remembered by desperate porn videos like One Night in China. She should be remembered for her accomplishments in WWE and for women everywhere during the Attitude Era.
Exactly. There needs to be a level of professionalism here, because when you look at Chyna with all that she's done, all the accomplishments, all the moments that she's had, the impact that she has had, that is by far deserving of the Hall of Fame. And to not go for that and just say, oh, she's not going in because of all the personal stuff. Hell, we have Randy fucking Macho Man Savage in the Hall of Fame now. Took fucking long enough. So if that's the case, I think Chyna can be in there.
Yeah, and if personal demons are the thing that's going to keep you out of the Hall of Fame, let's just go ahead and take out half the Hall of Fame. because like there are some people in there who have done some really fucking not cool shit, like way worse than the shit that Chyna did. Okay,
pretty much. Like compared, like oh god, what am I thinking?
If
like,
Ric Flair can get in twice, Chyna can get in once.
I can see that. So yeah, weird way to end this predictions podcast. Go ahead, put down in the comments what your predictions are for Payback. Like, comment, subscribe, go to our Twitters. We will of course be live tweeting this. I'll be live tweeting while I'm fucking there. That's going to be fun.
I'm going to try and live tweet as early as possible because I'm going to be on the road on that day. I'm going to an NHRA drag race, which is always fun for me. It's like a yearly thing. It happened like last time around Extreme Rules. So, but I'm going to try and catch it as early as I can, and hopefully this year doesn't suck.
Both of you guys are doing things that are exciting, and I'm not. Damn it, I have money now. Why can't TLC in Boston happen now? I'd gladly go.
Put aside some money for that.
Is TLC happening in Boston this year?
No. TLC happened in Boston last year.
Oh.
That's why I'm salty, because right there, it's fucking there. I'm going to have to look up, because I actually, now that I do have money, I looked up WWE events that were happening in Boston, because usually they're done months ahead of schedule, and the only one was the Lowell, Massachusetts NXT, which, again, I fucking missed it, and I wish I could have gone, but it would have been a bit too pricey for me.
I was so fucking pissed when NXT was in Chicago. I went to fucking look up the tickets. They were sold out within 10 minutes. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yep, there were no tickets available there, and I was like, it's a bit pricey because I'd have to drive there instead of taking the train, which is a bit pricey because fucking highway goddamn tolls are a bitch. And then fucking Joe beats Balor! I'm right there! I'm almost in their backyard, and I fucking missed it. I'm not missing the next one, though. I'm keeping a close eye on their schedules.
Okay.
Anyway.
Just to let you know, the next pay-per-view, Extreme Rules, is happening in Newark.
Oof.
Newark, New Jersey?
Yeah.
Way too far. Way too far.
Then SummerSlam in Brooklyn?
Too far.
Yeah, well, after that, like, they don't have any announced yet.
It's Boston or nothing. It's Boston or nothing, because New York or Newark, funny to say that, I'd have to fly. That's way too far.
Anyway, you know what? Let's all start a GoFundMe for all three of us to go see WrestleMania 33. I'm gonna go put it in the description right fucking... No, I'm kidding. I'm not gonna do that.
Oh, I forgot you're a part of the Brony community still.
Yeah.
Oh. Hey, remember BronyCon 2013? All those GoFundMes that happened?
Oh,
that
yeah.
was hilarious.
I fucking met you there with a fucking terrible-ass outfit. Yes, indeed.
Oh, that... God damn it. Okay, anyway.
Yeah.
I think that's enough for this cast. See you all next time.
Next time. Same bat time, same bat fucking channel. You know the deal.